toward the halfway point of the NFL season. Week 7 is underway on EA Sports.
Taken at the goal line. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they'll be led out by a guy who has a couple years under his belt in the NFL, their third-year quarterback.
And I thought it was a really nice performance last week by him. 3 touchdown passes. I think that signifies exactly what he was getting done. He did have the 1 interception.
But that's the ratio you say you're okay with, right?
If you go 3-1, you're going to be pretty happy over the course of the season. And let's face it, he'll never blame the receiver publicly. But behind closed doors, he probably told his agent, hey, what's the deal? I should have had a perfect game.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 18 carries for an even 100 yards.
And when you lead the league in rushing for this stretch of time, now you take on the identity. You now lead the team, and everything runs through you in terms of offense.
And he'll be brought down right around the 37. That one will go for 9 yards and a first down on the keeper.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Memphis first down.
Up the middle they go. It's Curry. He's able to push his way forward somehow for a gain of about 2 yards. Second down now.
Here's a 2nd and 8. So this game of ours, Charles, you know, the talk of the NFL world all week. 2 unbeaten teams. You rarely see such a matchup this deep into a season.
I would agree with that because normally you might get one team undefeated for a while. But 2 teams like this, and I remember in preseason, you looked at schedules and said, I think these 2 are on a collision course. It'd be interesting to see if they actually get there, and they did. And to me, the winner of this game has to wear the crown of Super Bowl favorite.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. And only able to get 2 here, stopped at the 30.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. Ball on the 30 now. Here's a 2nd and 8.
Looking to throw.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So far this season, this defense has had their issues against the pass, so that's a great sign for them to get the early pick.
Yeah, confidence builder for them and an absolute shock for the quarterback because he went into it. He saw the numbers we saw. He watched them on tape. I think he came into this one thinking this is going to be a big day, and it very well could be. But early in this one, advantage defense.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And led out by their veteran quarterback. He's been around a while. They don't celebrate birthdays for him. They just cut him up, see how many rings he's got around the middle. He has been in the league a long time.
I like this guy. And the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
From the 41, this is 2nd and a yard.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he'll get up near the 45, a spot at the 44. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Back to throw. Rich. Throwing right, and that's complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off play action. Rich. He's going to look deep down the field. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
When you look at this defense,
they were very good in the win over Dallas a week ago.
And it was the pass rush that really keyed their victory. Got to the quarterback 6 times for sacks and plenty of other turbulence in the pocket for him as well.
And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Well, Charles, it's early, but that's a key third down conversion. Remember, they forced the turnover on the opening drive. Now they're in a position where they look like they'll at least get 3 out of this.
A great example of complementary football if they're able to cash this in, isn't it, partner? Because defense does this job, takes it away, turns over the offense. Let's pick up a nice first down there. Maybe it's time to think about taking a shot in the end zone because it looks like the field goal is almost assured.
Here's 2nd and 10.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll slide to a halt here, still a little shy of the first down marker. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Looking to throw. Rich. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw. Rich. And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Holding offense.
So they will take the sack instead of the penalty.
And it takes another down off the series. But the biggest one of all, do you want to tell the guy who just got the sack that it no longer counts?
No. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
So certainly in a pickle here. They have a mile to go to try to pick up the first. We'll see what they've drawn up.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And too much juice. It'll be out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And that is no good. He hit it well from distance, but he couldn't work it back in, and this will remain a scoreless game. So a very long drive, play after play, gets him down the field, but wouldn't you know, it winds up yielding nothing.
And over on the sideline, you've got a kicker who feels worse about it than anyone. There's nothing you hate more than seeing the look on your linemen's faces after all their hard work getting you in position.
The lonesome kicker. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
But you look at this defense.
Into this game, they're ranked number 22 in the NFL against the pass, Charles.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away their timing.
So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And the catch made. It's Patton. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And he missed it. It's no good. And this will remain a scoreless game. So it's an empty possession, and as a kicker, not the way you want to start your day's work.
And now each team's missed a field goal here so far, Brandon, so apparently neither guy is immune.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their 2nd drive of the game. And this ball game, clearly the game of the year so far. It's not very often that you find 2 unbeaten teams playing each other this late in the season, but that's what we have here, 2 heavyweights in the NFL.
You're right about that, and you think about recent memories, so let's take a little ginkgo right now and go down memory lane, right? 2007, 7-0 Colts, 8-0 Patriots. The Pats won 24-20. They ended up going 16-0 in the regular season before they lost in the Super Bowl against the Giants. How about 2015? 6-0 Broncos, 6-0 Packers. Denver won 29-10. And in 2020, Steelers and Titans were both 5-0. Pittsburgh won that one.
To throw on 3rd down. Rich. And now another one thrown incomplete.
Oh, that's going to hurt a bit because they needed to come through with a completion there. Now a drive that started with great field position is facing 4th down.
So they bring out their punter, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. This one will sail out of bounds. It'll depend on the spot here. And the side judge says that went out at the 7-yard line.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. They'll keep it on the ground. Curry, and he's going to get this from the 6 out to the 12. A pickup of 6 as they double their workspace.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
It's a big play there on 3rd down. 41 yards.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. They run the counter. Curry, and that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Here's 3rd and 10.
They'll set up a throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And that's their first sack of this game. But how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
And they'll send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
The Chicago offense set to get started. And, partner, I know so far, we're still in the first half, but you love this game as a defensive guy. 0-0. We'll see if the offense can get going on this drive.
Well, you know how they talk about music to your ears? How about what it does for your eyes when you watch something like this, right? When these teams are locked in and going at it, no points going up on the scoreboard. I'm loving it. You're exactly right.
Well, switch over, though, to an offensive mindset for a moment. What do they need to do here to get on track and get some points?
I think a couple of ways. Number one, you pull out something that maybe they haven't seen before. Coaches always talk about unscouted looks. Maybe you give them something that they haven't seen on tape, and now you shock them that way. The second, run your basic playbook, but run it so well that you give your skill position guys a chance to make big plays individually.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry.
And only a couple for him there as the tackle is made at the 42.
We're scoreless after one. Second quarter now, and it's our home team with possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
On 3rd down, they'll try and run for it on the draw. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
I know they want to go for it here, and I know that their fans want them to go for it. But listen, I'm going to play head coach right here and look at the facts. Tie game, plus, even if you get the first, you still got a half a field to go. I'll go ahead and punt the football myself.
He'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense.
They've been playing the field position game thus far. No score, second quarter as they come up on 1st and 10. On play action, they'll throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
It's now second and 10.
Now back to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Curry. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Not an easy spot here. They'll be in search of 13 yards to try to pick up the first.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. They bring their punter out there now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10.
Throwing to start the drive. Rich. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. Rich. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Normally, he's pretty reliable and usually catches what's thrown to him. On that play, he simply dropped it.
He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. And he comes back with one complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case.
Well, this is where reading defenses and practice time comes into play. You got to know what you're running versus zone versus man and how to run the proper route. And they just executed that one pretty well.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Back to throw again. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That one goes for 30 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Off the play fake. Rich. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
A 4-yard gain brings up 2nd and goal.
Back to throw. Rich got his man, and it's caught for a Chicago touchdown. A great effort there. His 5th touchdown now on the year.
And the Wizards post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
And a great example there of just getting the feet in a tough spot. It seems like every year these guys get better at this.
Well, I think the drills get better that they work on, training camp, off-season work, OTAs. But also a lot of these guys have dance backgrounds, ballet backgrounds, and they take that and carry it over to the football field.
Lamb gets the green light. He'll bring it out of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a 1st down.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And this one is incomplete. A misconnection there, and he's in on just... And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. Look at the big man rumble. He may go.
And all the way down to the 5. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
Week 7 action, and we've got a 7-point game here in the 2nd quarter. And this offense hoping to change that right here. And he's going to use his legs here.
And maybe the wrong read there as he's going to go down immediately. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
And not a lot of success to be found there.
Oh, you got that right, partner, because if you're trying to make guys miss about 10 yards or so downfield, that's a pretty good play. But if you've got to do it in your own backfield, I consider that a...
Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Charles, one thing that he referenced to us yesterday was his confidence fitting the ball into any window, but obviously that window was a little too tight, and it was closing in a hurry.
And he was talking to us about having anticipation in making those types of throws. Down near the goal line, I don't think you can anticipate it as much as you need to see it open. You've got to be precise with your throws down here in the red zone. That one goes into double coverage, and he gets picked off.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
Off play action. Rich. Looking downfield, and that's caught right side. He's got his man. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a 1st down.
And they were backed up to start the drive, but not anymore. Now, that's the play call that the offensive coordinator had in his head. You saw the end result. He wanted to go ahead and push the ball downfield, and that's what they did. And they wound up with good yardage there to get things rolling.
And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up.
So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. Ball on the 36 now. Here's a 2nd and 9.
Looking to throw. Rich. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd and a few inches. And he will have the 1st down as he's brought down up near midfield. 4 yards on the pickup, good enough to extend the drive. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Rich.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll get across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Back to throw. Rich. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he's brought down, but not before picking up the 1st with a very effective stiff arm. That's good for 9 yards as they convert on the 3rd down play. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful you're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield. Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
38-yard line, 2nd and 9. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
Not a ton of room available on that one, but he made use of what space was available and gained decent yardage.
Looking to throw. Rich. And the throw there going to be incomplete. So 2 third-down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with 4th down. Now we've got a field goal coming up here for Chicago. From the right hash and call it an even 50 yards. And his kick here is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it, and he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
Well, this defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
I know this offense was expecting to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to have to put their heads together and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
This is brought in at the 21. A 46-yard boot, but just 36 following a pretty decent return of 10 yards. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Chicago offense set to get started. And last time they were able to churn some clock. They got the field goal, added on to their lead, but that was a drive that was so long, it should have ended in a touchdown. You know that's how they felt.
And we'll both be headed to the airport after the game, but we probably should go to the post-game press conference because someone's going to ask the head coach about this drive, and he's going to profess that he was happy to get points, and we know that's not true. Okay, after this type of a drive, not getting a touchdown, a huge disappointment.
And he will make his way back to where he started from, and that's all, as we will make our way to the 2-minute warning. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Still on his feet, and he's going to get this one to the 23-yard line. They are in an interception mood on defense. Had 2 nice interceptions a week ago. Now 2 here in the first half.
Yeah, we call it ball hawking. And the only way to truly be good ball hawks is not guessing. It's not just simply anticipation. It's study and understanding what they like to do and beating them to the spot and creating big plays.
Well, they're watching the film, and it's working. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. And now following that turnover, they've got an opportunity here to try to cash in with good field position before intermission. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A nightmare of a first half for him, and that's now 3 interceptions. But Charles, with his talent, if anyone can shake this off and right the ship, it's him.
I agree, because you don't get to be one of the best quarterbacks in the league without developing some major mental toughness. So I expect him to go in the locker room at halftime, hit the reset button, and come out a new guy in half number 2.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. Operating from the gun. Rich. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. Back to throw. Rich. He's going to loft one. Deep left side here. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Runs over him. A good kick, 48 yards, 4 on the return. And that will come the offense as they take over.
Back out comes this offense now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Quick hitter here, it's complete. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great play there in the final seconds of the first half.
And the Tigers are on the board here in the final seconds of the first half.
The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take the locker room, regroup, and start over. They got it here.
They did indeed, and a lot of football, full half to be played.
And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we've hit halftime. Just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. A lot to get to here as some of the division races starting to take shape as we look around the NFL here in week number 7. We'll start over in Texas at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. And those two are tied up as they play the second quarter. From there, we head down to Tennessee to check on the Titans at home in Nashville. And this one going the visitors' way as the Cardinals have the lead in that one. The Cards trying to gut this one out as it would be a good victory for them if they could get it. Finally, let's get up to the place they call Titletown, Green Bay, Wisconsin, to see what's happening with the Packers. As you can see the score there in the second quarter. The Bears trying to hold on and claim victory.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. A good, tight football game thus far. 10-7 the score as we resume action on EA Sports. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. This offense ready to go to begin this third quarter. This offense set to begin the third quarter. And, Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here.
That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one. So now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game. And down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game.
7 yards there and a first down. And right side, they're going to go option here. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 32-yard line.
Looking to throw. Rich. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. That'll go for a gain of 7. And now we've got a 3rd down and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
And 3.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And that hits at the 6 and carries into the end zone for a touchback. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively. Just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. 3rd and 5. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will not be enough. On 3rd and 5, he only gets 3.
A short game that doesn't get them the first down brings up a 4th down situation.
Really nice job defensively. They knew where the sticks were. They got the stop before it. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. Fielded at the 20. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Back to throw. Rich. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, Rich. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it. When that ball popped free, we could hear it all the way up here. Those guys down on the field alerting everyone of the fumble. He's lucky that his offensive mates picked him up and jumped on it.
Yeah, and you have to think to yourself, and I'm sure they've been echoing it on the sideline and into the huddle. Guys, we have the lead. Just take care of the football. Don't make it easier for them to start to make a comeback.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Back to throw. And he's got his man on the out route. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
And the Memphis 1st down.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Pass incomplete.
After watching him drop that slant, I can hear my old coach's voice ringing in my ears right now. You can't run with the ball until you catch it. Trying to get those rack yards before he secured it.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And touchdown! A big play there. 50 yards. And the Tigers have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter.
I think if you polled defensive backs, they would say the corner route, take that out, make it illegal, because that is so hard to recognize and so hard to adjust, because your first move is to not get beat in the middle of the field. And that's how they move you first before they break off to the corner.
But then as the wide receiver, great job. It's tough to turn those upfield and go, but he did a great job with it there.
Really good balance, really good body control, and how about the end result? A touchdown.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is now 14-10. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Cost him about 5 yards as he's tackled it to 20. The Chicago offense set to get started. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do this thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
75 yards receiving for him now. It's a 1st down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Throwing on 1st down. Rich. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
Anytime a ball is thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
And some solid footwork there as he'll take this down to about the 38. 50 yards rushing for him in the ball game now on 14 carries. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Off the play fake, Rich. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
At the 35-yard line.
They'll set up to run the quarterback draw. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
To throw on 3rd down, Rich. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. Give them 22 there on the 3rd down conversion.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Rich. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
At least this time he's getting hit after a positive play for his offense. The pressure was coming through yet again, but he certainly didn't stick around for the sack on this occasion. Found an escape route and ended up getting the 1st down before taking the hit.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. A great effort there.
Hitting double digits with his 10th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Wizards have answered back with a 3rd quarter touchdown of their own to retake the lead.
Now the try here for the point after. It's good, and they'll take a 17-14 lead. A 10-play drive that time, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. So remember, Charles, last time they were out here, they scored, but they just saw the opposition score, and they're trailing right now, so they're trying to keep pace here. They need a touchdown drive.
Well, if you're a fan of offense, you're loving this, but if you're a fan of defense, this is tough to watch, and it's also tough to keep that up when you just watch your opponent march down the field on a scoring drive that lasts into double-digit snaps. You need a score here, not just to follow the momentum from your last drive, but put the onus back on your opponent. And that's what they're doing right now, swapping that onus back and forth.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
A bit of an opening there on the 1st down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. 2nd down and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4.
They're going to look to throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. They'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20.
Despite writing it down on my notes, I never give enough credit to the offensive line, and we have to here. The protection, that's what made this play a success. Quarterback had to wait for his crossing route to develop, and that takes a little bit of extra time. Excellent job by the big fellas up front.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
He'll look to throw. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Patton. He's going to be out of bounds on what's going to wind up being the final play of quarter number 3. So both teams trade touchdowns in the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. On 2nd down, it's Curry. It's been a very highly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal. Looking to throw. And this is going to be intercepted.
So a good drive with a bad ending, Charles. They move it down the field well. Cannot finish it off, though, as it's intercepted in the end zone.
Deflating, that has got to be the word here because they were sharp in moving it down the field. But sometimes you start thinking like a touchdown is a given, and it doesn't always work out that way as we saw there.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. Eluding the pressure right. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
It's getting cold in here, partner, because it looks like he's trying to ice this one away. Yeah, I know, bad dad joke, but what the heck, right? Scrambling for that first after the D blanket his receivers, that's a backbreaker for the defense. They finished this drive off with 6, and this one could be over.
On 1st and 10, Rich. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
See, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe he didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, fourth quarter. Maybe you do start to watch as the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. Back to throw. Rich. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides. So I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have
That's
a
right.
defensive battle. But that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play. And the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
Now the extra point. It's up and good to make it 21-17. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This taken in right around the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. Another drive coming up for this Chicago offense. And they have to try and move past that pick six because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 66 yards rushing for him now on 17 carries. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And a nice job there skipping away from the one tackle and ends up getting 5 yards out of that. 2nd down. 2nd and 5. Looking to throw. Rich. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or two shy of the 40. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton.
And he's done it just as James Lofton did in his career. Smooth.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Back to throw. Rich. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. They'll wind up getting 7 on the play, and that will bring up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 34-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Rich. He's going to air one out. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Just because you've got the lead in the fourth, it doesn't mean you have to play it safe. I like the aggressive play call there to push it downfield. That time, it didn't work out.
Now here's a handoff out of the gun. Touchdown, Chicago! A great play there with his 13th touchdown of the year and 2nd of the game. And the Wizards have taken a fourth quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that gives them a 3-point lead. take it at about the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here's Memphis to once again go on offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the fourth quarter. They'll start on the ground here on first down. Now he's loose at the 40. Inside the 20. And he's going to get it down to the 14-yard line. A big play there. 58 yards.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. They'll keep it on the ground. Curry. Yeah, he'll work free from one tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. 2 yards that time, a stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Here's 2nd and 8. And it's caught. Touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Tigers answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a fourth quarter lead. Plenty of scoring here of late, and our lead changes hands now in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, they just gave up a touchdown the other end, so they knew that with time getting short, they had to put something together here. And they were able to do so and retake the lead right back.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will make this a 4-point game.
28. Wizards 24.
And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's already hit pay dirt twice. He's up over 100 yards. He is feeling good.
He's just zipping along today. Everything coming together for him. It's that type of a day that you see a back just kind of have a grin on his face every time his number is called, because he doesn't feel like there are going to be any lost yardage plays. Nothing but big-time positive runs.
Making the sideline grin as well. 2nd down and 6 now.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Looking to throw. Rich. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and we watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now a 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Rich. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. On 3rd and 2. Rich. Throwing middle, and it's complete. His big game continues. 10 catches now, and another first down.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
At the 34-yard line.
Off play action. Rich. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. They'll give him 4 yards there. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The fourth down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. So the defense has to stay out and get one more stop. They were able to do it, forcing the incompletion.
So on their record, that goes down as a successful play. Doesn't matter how they got there, how it happened. They got it done. They're the ones that are jubilant.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the second time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll set up a throw. He's got his target. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. It'll be a gain of 6 that time as it moves the chains as well. They'll look to throw again. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. From the 48-yard line, here's the 2nd down and 6. Now a handoff up the middle. Curry. The 4th quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding, keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll run again. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. He'll look to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he is going to have a first down here, and that should be the one that seals a victory. As he's got this down inside the 40 to the 39. Now the defense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. You can really tell right now both sides have amped up the aggressiveness. That time the offense winning the aggression battle.
And the defense was obviously aiming for the football, maybe a little bit more so than the runner himself, and that's why he was able to break through and get the gain that he did.
They'll go ahead and take the knee here, and the unbeaten season will continue. Well, somebody lit a fire under that offense during the break, Charles. Remember, they trailed at intermission. They come out, they have the big second half, and that lifts them to the victory.
And Brandon, trailing at halftime, we always talk about teams making adjustments. You know what the best adjustments usually are? It's just executing better. Because the game plan you put in place at the beginning of the week often still holds. You don't have to make wholesale changes. You just have to do it a little bit better, a little cleaner. And they did that in the second half, and that led them to victory.
So for Memphis, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Chicago, they fall for the first time this season after 6 wins to start the campaign. And they will try to get back in the swing of things next week on the road.